Peace, family. Today's video is brought by my lover. Kidding, but no, for real. Today's video is actually inspired by my lover. He actually was like, you should make a video on what it's like to date a Virgo. So that's what I'm gonna do today. I've never done something like this, so I'm super excited. And it's not a reading, so I could be goofy as fuck if I really want to. Okay, I'm excited. All right, where are we gonna start? Dating a Virgo. Wow. Okay, and this is also coming from an opinion of a Taurus sun, Gemini moon, Taurus rising. Okay. And I'm an Aries Venus. If anybody knows about that, I'm an Aries Venus and he's a Leo Venus. So you already know. All right, so let's just start with that. I just want to say, hey, Virgos. Okay, I just want to say this. All right, let me start by saying my sisters are Virgo. All right. I attract a lot of Virgos into my life for some reason. And if you know that Tauruses and Virgos are pretty much like the same person, but one's a little bit more analytical and another one's a little bit more stubborn. Okay. So where do I start, baby? This is exciting. Dating a Virgo. Okay. I want to start with how we met. Okay. Getting to know a Virgo. They're very, okay, let me just say he, okay, because I don't want to talk about everybody else, but I want to know if y'all like relate to this. So please drop comments and, engage, because I kind of want to see like if it's, everybody's birth chart, personalities and stuff, they're all different sometimes. So I get that. My Virgo, he's a sweetheart. All right. He's very gentle with me. But I think a really big reason for that, because I don't really think that he's super gentle with all his friends and stuff like that. And when I mean like gentle, I mean like he jokes a lot. My man jokes 24/7, and you gotta have heart. Baby, you gotta have heart and dedication to these jokes. Okay. Because one thing a Virgo's gonna do is they gonna analyze. And they gonna rip you a new one if you're not ready, okay? And sometimes I don't be ready, so I be caught off guard. I be like, damn. And I be looking at him like, damn. And he just be like, I'm just joking. I love it though, so I can't complain. I love me a man that can joke around 24/7, because me, I'll play all day. All right. But and he did tell me to talk about the downside, so I will do that. I'm going to be very honest. That's one thing about Jordan. She's super honest. All right. The only negative thing about that to me personally is sometimes he just don't know how to stop. And I just be like, all right. But I don't be mad, but I just be like, are you done? And I've had to ask him that a couple times. I'd be like, are you done? Is this just like Flame Jordan Day or what? Like, there was a point in time, like when we first got together, that I would like take everything to heart because I was still healing from my last relationship. And the thing about that is, if you guys haven't don't really know me personally, a little tidbit, I was in a narcissistic relationship. I'm low-key still recovering, and recovering socially. Okay, it's really hard to make eye contact with people. It's even hard to make eye contact with the camera sometimes. So if I go like this a lot, I apologize. That is absolutely trauma. Working on that. And also I have ADHD, so that could be another reason. But yeah, the jokes, I kind of felt like we're coming from a place, and they weren't, because he does this with everybody. It's not just me. I felt like the jokes were coming from a place where I was being like tried, because that's what I was used to being tried 24/7 in my last relationship. And not even try, just like, sometimes like this person would talk shit, and like it would be really hurtful. It's just like things like talking about my ADHD, other shit, that I don't really need to bring up in this video, but it was hard to accept the fact that somebody was actually joking and not trying to make like a passive aggressive insult at me for the first time in 2 years. So that was like kind of really hard for me to get over and discern, okay, for me. And he took his time, you know, he's very gentle with me, he's very patient, and he was just like, you know, I didn't mean to make you upset, like, am I really making you mad? Like, you know, just checking in on me. And I'm just like, you know, I was like, at first I was scared, to be honest, but I was like, you know what, we're here. He knows about my trauma, and he's here to help me work through it the same way I'm here to help him work through his. So we're gonna be open, and we're gonna talk to each other, and I'm not gonna be on some like yeah, like how I used to do with my last one, you know. And when I don't react like that in my last relationship, he'd be like, you know, where's the rise? Where's this? Where's that? Why aren't you getting mad? And I'd just be like, bro, I'm a whole female. I don't want to act like that. I want to be soft. I don't want to be mean. I want to be soft. Why do I have to be yelling back and forth and raising my voice and raising my blood pressure to the point where my fucking vein in my forehead comes out? Because I'm like, all the time, every day, from wake up to go to sleep. That's unfair as fuck. Like, oh my God, just thinking about it, like, why did I... Don't worry, I'm writing down notes because I'm actually gonna get back on here and start talking about my shit that I used to talk about. Like how I used to go on my rants on Instagram. If you know me, you know. That's all I ever got in trouble for in school, was talking. But yeah, I could never distinguish like the jokes from being like, if you're trying to tell me something without telling me what it is, like, you know, that passive aggressive shit that narcissists do sometimes when they're not trying to be like, right, they're trying to do those mind games. Like, that's what I thought it was. I thought his jokes were just like trying to play with me and like trying to pick my mind shit. Long story short, they weren't. Okay, this is just him being innocently childlike, just like super down to earth, like, you know. But I've also learned that Virgos are super introverted. I mean, not super extroverted. Okay, and I'm coming from an introverted type of relationship. All right, so this is something that I'm not used to. Still getting used to it, but it feels great. Okay, being that he's a Virgo and he's an Alpha, one thing I'm going to do as a Taurus is get my ass out the house. Okay, we're gonna go do something random, fun, spontaneous. It doesn't matter if we go wash the car together. It's happening. Okay, and he's gonna invite you to everywhere he goes. Virgos want to make sure that you have fun, and when they're not having fun and they sense that you're not having fun, they sense that this could be something bad. Okay, this could be something bad really quick. So we're gonna figure out something to do. All right. Something else that I really, really appreciate and like about my Virgo boyfriend is that he's very responsible, super responsible. All his bills, I mean, he pays his bills sometimes a week early. Sometimes, you know, if I need something, he would ask me like a week or something ahead. He's like, you know, let me know so I can incorporate that fund into my plans and stuff like that. So I want to say that Virgos are very, they're nurturing, but they're also very big planners. They like to keep a routine. Virgos are very routine, and me being a Taurus, yo, when I tell you I don't have a routine to save my life, my whole life I've been fighting. Sorry, that was aggressive. My whole life I have been fighting procrastination. And of course, like when I'm younger, I didn't know that I had ADHD. I thought I had ADD. Okay? But I actually have ADHD. Okay? So, routine for me would have been great 10 years ago. I mean, I could have been successful 10 years ago if I would have done that, you know, but here we are now, 30 years old, learning how to be routines. Love it for me. But yeah, he brings that routine in because like he has, I mean, things get done, okay? Even for some reason on the weekends, and I'm not in his brain, so I can't be like, oh, he does this because, but I mean, he tells me why, but he will want to get up at the ass crack of dawn if he could to get his shit for the day out the way so he can have the rest of his day to himself. Me, the old me would have been like, I'm sleeping in today. I've had a long night. I'm not getting up until my body feels like getting up, okay? Now, I'm up at like 8 o'clock every morning. Sometimes I'm up at sometimes I'm up earlier. Like today, I got up at 6. No, I got up at like 5 something this morning, but that was for a different reason. I was up when my boyfriend left for work. I was up when he left for work at 6:30, 7 o'clock, right? But I'd be up at that time. I think my spirit like misses him when he leaves. So my body just be like, I'm gonna stay up until you get home. I'm just kidding. Another thing about Virgos, they're very affectionate. Virgos are super affectionate. Well, at least mine is, you know, like I said, everybody's Virgo is different, but from my experience, my Virgo was very affectionate. He likes to hold hands in public, stuff like that. He's very self-assured. So I feel like Virgos could be very self-assured, and I just know a few Virgos, so I'm kind of like, you know, the personality part, like the Virgo sun is what we're talking about. All right, so a lot of people have Virgo moons, Virgo Venus, Virgo this, that, Virgo rising. Here I'm specifically talking about his personality because he has the Capricorn moon, so that's like a whole different, that deals with his emotions. Okay, now I can't say this, him being a Virgo moon with a Leo Venus, it makes him somewhat of a aggressive lover. And when I say that, I mean it's more so like dominant lover. He's not going to be a submissive lover, which is fine because I'm not a dominant lover either, so that's perfect. He loves his assurance. He absolutely loves his kisses. He absolutely loves being nurtured by a submissive woman. Okay, and I think that's just him, you know. And I mean, I know Virgos they like being catered to, but for him to be an alpha man but still be a Virgo at Leo Venus is kind of like, in his own ways, he does like being catered to for sure, you know. You got that fire Venus baby, and he has a girlfriend that has a Venus in Aries. So I'm a very impulsive lover. I'm gonna make sure you get what you need, baby. I'm a Venusian, okay? I'm predominantly Taurus and Libra in my chart. I'm a Venusian queen. I'm a Venusian goddess, baby. That's what we are made for, these Leo Venuses. We are made for y'all. All right. Women who have Aries Venus, I have always noticed that they're very, when it comes to love life, that's where they're alpha, if that makes sense. Like, Aries Venuses, they're very like go-getters. Like, if I want you, I'm gonna get you. Okay, I'm gonna go after what I want. So if you don't want me, you better stay away, because once you got me, you're gonna be hooked. It's something about an Aries Venus woman that's all right. And I know a few, so I know personally. I know Rihanna's an Aries oh my gosh, I was reading the Bard. I'm sorry. I had too much coffee this morning. But Rihanna's an Aries Venus, like I was saying before, and I could definitely see her being like, I'm not gonna go after you, or you're not gonna come for me, I'm gonna go after you. Okay? Unfortunately, that's not what happened in my relationship. I was actually scouted, and it's not by my man either. So let me just throw that out there. My man didn't scout me. He definitely he courted me for sure, but it's a long story, you guys. Virgo, man, they're hard workers. All right. And he just texted me, said, ah, baby. Virgo men, they don't like drama. They don't like when drama's being brought to them. Sorry, baby, but they like to talk about it, if that makes sense. A lot of Virgo men don't want to be in the middle of the drama, but they don't mind talking or hearing about it. And I don't think there's nothing wrong with that either. Keeping yourself kind of like out the way and not physically in the drama is probably best, because nobody really needs and wants drama in their life like that, unless you're just like egotistical, narcissistic, and you know, you just want the attention all on you. I just don't see that in him. But I do see, I'm looking at this board that I just did with the alpha and submissive woman, so I keep seeing words on this board that I keep repeating, so I'm just gonna move out the way. Dating a Virgo man, for me, if I could rate it 10 out of 10, I would rate it an 8 out of 10. And the only reason why I took that 2 from the rating is because I feel sometimes Virgos can be a little too analytical or a little too Virgos tend to criticize a lot. Okay? And I wouldn't really say like it's a bad thing, but it can be a little annoying sometimes. Only because like you may not be always in the mood to be analyzed. You may not always be in the mood to be criticized for something. You may not always be in the mood for these opinions that the Virgo's gonna come with, okay? But what I will say about that is you need to be prepared. If you're gonna date a Virgo, you need to be prepared to be criticized. Okay? And you have to have the strong mental to be criticized by Virgo. I mean, they're not being worse. It's not worse than being criticized by an Aries or criticized by like a Sagittarius. But it's more so like for your benefit. But not everybody wants to hear for their benefit. You know, in that moment, not everybody wants to hear what's better for them. I know that sounds so fucking childish, but that's the reality. Sometimes people don't want to hear that shit. You could have caught me tomorrow with that, and I would have been in a better mood. But since you brought it up today, I'm like, now I'm overthinking what you're really trying to get at. Or, you know what I'm saying, where is this really going? So, Virgos, just be careful when y'all give people criticism, because sometimes it be coming off as like judgment a little bit, and that's the only reason why I would give dating a Virgo an 8 out of 10. I really would more so give him a 9 out of 10. Let me just say 9 out of 10, because he's a provider and he's a damn good man to me, and he's a damn good leader, okay? And just because he can lead, I would give him a 10. And because he can communicate. Let me not just say because you can lead, because a man can lead you to some shit. But, I mean, the man that could lead, he teach you things, and he's smart. And he's so smart. He's book smart. And street smart. But what I really love about my Virgo, okay, this is my Virgo, okay? I really appreciate the fact that he can let himself be super fucking smart, super book smart, super confident, okay? And he doesn't have to try to act hard. I appreciate a man that doesn't have to feel like he has to be gangster 24/7. It's something so comforting about that. It's something so comforting about that to me. And maybe because I'm a Taurus. But it's something so sexy and so liberating about a man that feels like he does not have to be like a gangbanger or a fucking I gotta carry my gun. Like, yes, he has, you know what I'm saying, his protection and shit, but it's not like you gotta be waving it around and threatening people and doing all this while your girl's around. Men look at me when we're out in public. He doesn't say shit. He smiles. I mean, give me that. Get you a Virgo. If you're a Taurus woman, get you a Virgo, baby. I'm telling you. But check your your Libra. Check your Venus charts. Like, compare your charts if you're into that. I would definitely highly recommend like checking charts. Okay, because I definitely asked for his birth chart when we first met, and I was like, we're not really gonna have too much of a deep conversation until I get that chart from you, sir. But he gave it to me right away. I was like, bet. And he's into like the spiritual work that I do and stuff like that. So I'm extremely grateful. Is there anything else negative? Because I came on here to blast him. No, I'm just kidding. He did say that I could like speak. If there's anything like negative or more negative, I can talk about it. So I'm trying to think if there's anything like negative that's worth talking about. You know, it's like not little stupid, simple shit that every person goes through. Like, I'm not on here to blast my partner, you know? But as far as Virgo traits that could be negative, I don't really think that there's anything super negative about y'all. I think that y'all are just super analytical, super hypercritical sometimes. If there's anything negative I could say about that, you like to judge people, but you don't really put the same judgment in yourself a lot of times. But y'all have the biggest hearts. You really do, genuinely. My sister's a Virgo. She has a really big heart. And I feel like there are some times that she looks out for people more than she looks out for herself, too. You know? I don't really have anything negative to say about Virgos. Like, y'all have never really actually turned me off to y'all. Like, I haven't met a Virgo that actually turned me off to y'all. But being that Taurus and Virgo are both, excuse me, I don't know, for some reason, I think I'm getting tired because I've been up all morning. Virgos and Taurus both being earth signs, one being mutable and one being fixed, I feel like, or cardinal, excuse me. I can't remember at this very moment, but it's almost like a brother-sister energy. Like, they're almost so much alike, but there's something so different about you. Okay? Taurus, we are known for not submitting and committing to something because we're so stubborn. But it's really, honestly, actually the opposite. But we have to have something that's worth committing to and being submitting to and listening to. You feel me? So I find it comforting as a fellow earth sign that Virgos can be critical thinkers, but it could also like help you. Okay, because I used to think like, oh, Virgos are so like opinionated and oh, they've got something smart to say and they always got a judgment for somebody, blah blah. But then now it's like, okay, I've been around enough y'all to the point where Virgos just be wanting to see people do better, even if it means doing better before, even if it means seeing you do better before they see themselves do better. That's how hypercritical they are. And that's the only reason why I would take that little 1 or 1.5 away from the 10. You can see things in other people, sometimes Virgos, that y'all cannot see in yourselves. And that's where I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it right there. Don't attack the messenger. Babe, when you see this, I love you. You know I love you. But you already knew I was going to make this video, so maybe he could be in the next one. Maybe I'll just have him post from my account. It's like to date a Taurus woman. But yeah, until then, guys, this has been a joy. Love talking to you guys, and I will be back with another video. Who knows what the next one's going to be about, but we're going to have more of these coming soon, okay? Outside of tarot, we're going to tap back into that just ranting and just talks, spiritual talks and horoscopes and all this fun shit, all right? Peace, peace, and love, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.